Beautiful rising. Beautiful rising. Testing out my voice here. Still healing this laryngitis, but I'm glad to be here. Welcome to our Black August meditation. I'm glad to be consistent and present. And as our beautiful revolutionary ancestor Amilcar Cabral would say, luta continua, the fight continues. So it's been very interesting. I'm going to keep conserving my energy with my throat, but I'm going to use a little bit of my voice today simply to guide us in some meditation that's also going to support with the throat Arit energy center. And I pray that each of you join me in today's meditation in recognizing the power of your voice, in valuing the power of your voice, because that is the most important lesson that I am gifted through this moment of adversity in this healing process. So honor, give gratitude, give thanks, give yourself a nice deep belly, womb, breath, and release out of the mouth. Let's give ourselves 2 more of those. In the spirit of gratitude, I welcome you to bring the palms of your hands together, honoring our intention for Black August, which is to honor our freedom fighters, the political prisoners who are still behind bars, the ancestors who sacrificed themselves, and honoring this moment of this power in your hands, in your body, in your voice, to continue to make the most of the freedom that we do have, and to recognize that we can create the reality that we desire to experience. So we have to root ourselves and ground ourselves in the truth of where we are in this moment and not abandon the fight because our victory is certain. So bring your intentions into the palms of your hands, creating that power right here. And I invite you to bring that energy you generated right over your throat and just take some breaths here. I'm going to be silent. Just guide your breath on your own. Trust your breath. Remember the journey we've been on. Remember your heart. Allowing your heart to be your guide here. Keeping your heart open. An open heart is a safe heart. Radiating the love and the power from your heart to affirm your sovereignty in your body. And allow this meditation to move intuitively. Excuse me. So your sister can rest her voice. Keeping your focus on the forehead between your brows. Thank you for your patience, your presence. If you're here with us live, you can tune in the chat. I'm trying to rest my voice, but I'm also going to guide us in some practices that I also need to support the laryngitis that I'm healing. But it does hurt to speak. So try to follow along. I'm going to invite us to just begin with some shoulder rolls forward and back. Do it at your own pace. Remember your breath and just allowing yourself to roll those shoulders back. Bring those shoulders forward. I'm going to bring in the support of a little bit of meditation movement, music to support. So just keep doing your shoulder rolls. We're going to move into neck rolls, really working with the throat today. So just begin going in one direction and then the opposite direction. But take your time and connect with your breath. Start to begin to bring your energy in from all the spaces that your energy is in. Visualize your energy being called back in through a filter that is cleansed and clean, pulling yourself back from everything you've poured into or from anywhere that your energy is leaking. Just being conscious of where your energy is and bringing that energy all in here through the throat. Think of all the conversations you've had, the ways your energy has spread through your voice. Coming into the heart. Clearing out any energy that you need to make more space for yourself, to pull your energy back, anyone else's energy that you've been holding. With every exhale, releasing that energy out. I do sincerely feel gratitude So I'm inviting you to come into your heart and the gratitude, not only for your voice, but for your presence here, your commitment, for the revolution that's stirring in your heart, your contributions, your destiny, giving thanks for having purpose in your existence. If you're feeling still any tension in your neck, feeling like you need to move that energy more, then I invite you to just massage, maybe even tap. Remember some of the medicine that we learned. But your breath is always your guide. Just tapping on the throat, massaging the throat. Thank you for your patience. For those who are here with us live, please let me know if it's better for me to mute or keep it unmuted, because this is the truth of where I am in my healing process. But I don't want to disrupt with the coughing. But it's also the reality that I can't offer too much right now. My cup isn't full. But the purity of my heart is I'm able to offer what I can pour into myself. So we're going to begin a practice that's really going to support the respiratory system. So I invite you, if you're comfortable, if you're laying down, that's a great way. You can lay down for this practice or come up on your knees and sit over your feet. You can have your toes tucked in, so that opens up the energy from behind your heels and releasing any of that energy from the bottom of your feet. If that's not comfortable for you, you can untuck your toes and just lay over your feet. Sit over, you have your bum over your feet. But the invitation is to open that energy up so that as you're doing this practice, you're releasing through the soles of your feet. So just breathe. Remember your protection, your sovereignty in your body. Remember your sacred space. If you have your candle, your water with you, incense, all of these are your allies supporting the environment for deepening your connection to yourself, organizing your psyche, receiving wisdom from your body. So preparing for this practice, it would be good if you have a towel or even tissue in case it does bring anything up from your chest so you can blow your nose. So first, bring the palms of your hands in front of you and look at the palms of your hands, just taking that in, taking in the wisdom in every crease and all the symbols. The continuity of the soul is imprinted in our body through our moles, our birthmarks, our palms, and all these unique features that we have in our body. So just being present with that and receiving subconsciously the remembrance Remember the breath. Always remember the breath consciously. That is why we're here, to breathe, to live. Now, coming to your own personal intentions for today, bringing that into the palms of your hand and rubbing them together. And we're going to begin with the right hand, the active hand. And you're going to rub on your sternum and breathe into your belly at your own pace. And that is the practice, starting with the right hand. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. Awakening the heart, awakening the lungs, bringing gratitude here. Lifting anything that needs to be released, and using your breath to guide you. Your other hand can rest on your belly to make sure that your breath is staying nice and low, deep into the belly. A few more here, 30 more seconds. Nice deep breath. Whew. 10 more seconds. And slowing down, slowing down, slowing down to a stop. And just breathe. We're going to switch to our left hand. Coming back to your intention for the day, for this practice, for your life, for yourself, whatever you're calling in. Rubbing it into the palms of your hand, activating, stimulating the solar power, this creative force, the healing in your hands. Nice deep breaths. And this time we're going to take the left hand and we are going to press against the sternum, the chest, right? That heart space coming into the lungs and the heart with gratitude, uplifting and releasing anything that's stuck, loosening it. The right hand can be on your belly here. Just making sure that breath is going nice and deep, and just take nice, slow, deep breaths with your consciousness on your heart and your lungs, with gratitude. taking notice of any differences between your left hand and your right hand on your heart, on your chest. Deep belly breaths here. Shoulders are relaxed. Adjusting your feet if you need to. Be comfortable. And slowing down here. Slowing down with gentleness, with presence, with your heart and your lungs. Two of our very powerful organs that carry us every day. Sustain us every day. Slowing to a stop here. Bringing the other hand to join you over your heart. And just taking some breaths here and receiving the wisdom from your heart and your lungs. Quieting the mind with your gaze here in the front, your first eye. Gazing up and out through your first eye, closing your eyes, coming into the darkness of the womb space, of the pure potential, of the beautiful darkness. This cosmic space full of wisdom, and asking to receive the wisdom from your heart and your lungs in this moment. What do they have to testify? What have they been saying to you in gentle whispers that you haven't quieted yourself enough to hear and receive? As your lungs contract and expand, receiving with gratitude and receiving with forgiveness. Forgiveness to yourself for not being present, maybe not listening to the needs of your heart and your breath. And remembering that every day is a new day with the wisdom that we're receiving from our lungs and our heart, it can guide us forward with more presence. And my prayer with my presence here with you in this vulnerable state, right? With one of my most valuable assets compromised, my voice, is that you can recognize that even when you're at your worst, you're still worthy, you're still powerful, you still have so much to offer of value. Because that value is in the truth. This is the truth. You know, sometimes we can hold shame around illness because it is an expression of density. It is dis-ease, but it is a very real, true expression of where we are collectively in this healing body that is seeking transformation and seeking healing. This collective body that we're a part of, that this revolutionary spirit that we're conjuring is for that. Because revolution, first and foremost, is healing. So care for yourself, right? That's the reminder I have right now. Care for myself. And if I can care for myself and that care for you, and care for you, and that bring you closer to more vulnerability with yourself, more authenticity with yourself, that's my intention of being here. So thank you for trusting me even in this compromised state. Thank you. How are you feeling? How is your body? How has things changed from the beginning of starting the practice to now? Taking notice. Presence is data. So as you're present with yourself, collecting the data in your energy field, in your ka, in your spirit body, your energy body. Right? We know how valuable data is. Oh, thank you, beloved. Thank you so much. Nice deep belly breath. Right? Awakening the breath. My spirit feels guided to bring back the drum. So we'll close out with the drum. Right? Gotta bring all the healing partners and allies, the healing instruments. So the second practice we're going to do today for the throat, if you ever have laryngitis or a sore throat or any issues here in the throat, you can bring this practice, but it's also a scientific method, I'll say, for any pain in the body, for releasing any tension in the body. It's the rule of opposites. You can also look this up online as well, because there's doctors that demonstrate it. Wherever you identify where you have the tension, so mine has dropped a little because I'm healing a little, and it's right here. So you're gonna just work your way back with your fingers and identify. And if you don't have any pain at all in your throat, that's fine. Wherever you want to be present with your throat, wherever you feel guided, whatever part of your throat that you want to bring relief to activate and stimulate your expression, your voice. Find a point, it could be in the center, and you're going to work your way back with your fingers, keeping yourself balanced on your left and your right side, and you're going to come right to the back, the opposite part. And I want you to find where it's nice and soft, right? You're going to put some pressure there. Wherever you feel the tension, if you have it, and find that pressure point where it's a little soft, and just gently apply the pressure there, not too much. And with your breath, hold that pressure point. It's going to support the relief. If you do have tension, it's also just going to stimulate. If you don't, stimulate your throat arit. Inhaling and exhaling gently. Holding that gentle pressure. Just take some breaths here, keeping that tension there for about a minute. You can use 2 fingers or 1 finger. You can adjust, you can bring 3 fingers. Trust yourself, trust your body, but keep that gentle pressure. This really works. Releasing, releasing that. We're going to give ourselves 2 more of these, so it'll be 3, right? So again, if you want to move maybe to a lower point, if you don't have the tension, you can move. Maybe you can go above or below where you were. For me, I'm going to stay where I actually need the relief. And again, guiding your hands. If it's more comfortable for you, you can use 1 hand, and you can use, kind of create like a clamp like this, and get that pressure point as such. So remember, moving gently, finding that proper place, right? You can kind of feel the tissue there where it softens. And once you find the place, trust your body. Trust your body. Applying that gentle pressure and breathing, kind of dropping the neck a little bit here. Opening the throat. Breathing into that belly. Imagine like you have that balloon in your belly that you're filling up with all that beautiful light that you're pulling in with your inhale. And as you're exhaling, contracting that belly back, like your belly button is meeting your jed, your spine. Inhaling, expanding the lungs, keeping that pressure on the throat, on the back of the throat. Gentle pressure, don't hurt yourself. And exhaling, contracting that belly back. And releasing. You feel like maybe making your left ear meet your left shoulder. And then the right ear to the right shoulder. Preparing to go in for our third and final. I personally really feel the relief. So I hope that you are present with what you're awakening in your expression. What is it that is held back? Or maybe you've been over expressing and you need to pull back, come into silence. Evaluating that for yourself. Where are you in your throat, Arit? Okay, preparing ourselves for our final round. So wherever you are, determining where you want to be in your throat. Maybe there's another space that you haven't tapped into yet. Or if you do have any tension or sore throat, you're going right to that point, identifying where you feel it. It may move, right? And then you're going to work your way back to the exact point. The exact point that is in the opposite, in the back of the throat. To give myself some balance, since I did it one-handed with my right hand, I'm going to go with my left hand. I'm going to do that clamp. Okay, so I'm identifying where. It's lowered a little bit for me. And I'm going to take my hands, gently massage and find your way to where there's the tension. Find that soft point, that soft spot where you're going to reach that pressure point and apply that pressure, right, with strength, right? Don't hurt yourself, but apply pressure and hold. As you're breathing, you can drop the neck back. Holding that pressure point there. Bringing the breath here. This is supporting the voice box. Relieving the pressure there. You may not even know you have pressure, right? So just feeling and sensing and breathing while you're holding that pressure point. Keeping that breath nice and deep in the belly. No shallow breaths. Holding that pressure point a little bit more and releasing. Breathing and being present. Taking note of any energy shift that you're sensing from that practice. Staying with your breath. Trusting your breath. And I'm going to invite us one more time to bring the palms of our hands together. Create that warmth in the palms of your hands, coming back to that intention that you've been holding, that you've been stirring, cultivating in your energy field, that you've been putting into the palms of your hands. Preparing to close out our practice. And as you get clear on that intention in the palms of your hands, bringing it here to our throat. Holding and breathing, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the arms, relaxing the face, relaxing the throat, relaxing the muscles in the throat. Relaxing the tissue in the throat, relaxing the little organs in the throat, all these beautiful body parts that are functioning every day in our digestion, in our metabolism, in our hormonal balance, in our voice. With gratitude, just holding this space. Holding it here for a few more seconds. And releasing. hydrating yourself, giving gratitude for showing up. For being here. Sister Dominique, there's a playlist that has all of the meditations if you want to watch some of the previous meditations from day one. Okay. I'm going to turn off the meditation music. We were listening to 432 hertz frequency. So I'm going to close us out with a drum. And I feel to share my declaration, one of my authenticity declarations. It is, I am healing and leading simultaneously. My expressions of all forms remind others of who they are, what their purpose is, and the power within them. I connect myself and others to our source, the oneness, so we can connect all things and one another. I lead myself and others righteously. I hold the heck and the keka. I invite you to hum or sound if you can. I cannot. But use the medicine in your voice. Use the medicine in your voice. Give yourself a nice deep breath. Wherever you are, thank you for being here. Although I am healing, I still must heal. So thank you for your presence, for your grace. I'm going to focus back on coming into silence, but I do want to close us out with some gentle reminders. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed our practice and you've been enjoying our practice, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm not super proud of my sick meditation, but you can share the playlist with the other meditations and invite others to join us on the next stream. Remember, we're here every day at 7 a.m. Eastern Time until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm not an Eastern Time zone myself, but since most of the people who connect with us are, we put in Eastern Time. So adjust for your time zone, or whoever you share it with, have them adjusted for their time zone. And invite them to join us. We have a very powerful intention honoring Black August. And if you haven't watched the stream that Mama Regina and I did on what is Black August and the origins of Black August with our elder, Dr. Regina Jennings, that stream, that video is on the channel. So please watch that. Again, these are donation-based offerings. So please make a contribution out of your heart in the spirit of Ma'at, of reciprocity. You can give your contribution via the links in the description. So you can click on the link in the description and do so. Thank you for those who are contributing. We're always reflecting and amplifying that it returned to you 100, 1,000, a millionfold. Thank you for any support that you offer us. Money is energy, and there are other forms of energy exchange. If you feel called and connected to Tehuti Ma'at as a whole, and you want to learn more about our revolutionary instrument that is here for building cooperatives and organizing leaders, we are a leaderful movement. If you are a spiritual warrior and you know that you are here for the resurrection of African people and organizing and unifying African people worldwide, we invite you to join the Tehuti Ma'at militia, and the information about joining is there. We're actually going to begin our JED, so if you want to apply to be part of our builders, our galaxy rank, we are departing our JED, which is our fleet of ships, of vessels that are going to be navigating eternity together this season through our energy management medicine called Navigating Eternity. Or if you just want to support, by making a monthly contribution, you can join the kingdom and contribute or offer $22 each moon and receive our cosmic guidance through our Moonly Report, which is our newsletter, and member exclusive offerings and gatherings. So you can learn more about that there. You can also follow us on Instagram, which is in the description box. So finally, I would love to have you be part of Think Asada Shakur, which is going to be our study sessions on reading the autobiography of Asada Shakur. If you're not familiar, get familiar, as my Mama Regina would say. August 17th and every other Monday, we are going to be studying and reading Asada. So that begins on the 17th. And we'll also be sharing about the significance of August 17th as well. And it begins at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. Thank you so much again for being here with us. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for existing. Thank you for your life. Please continue to move forward, recognizing that the revolution begins in you. So make revolutionary choices. Make revolutionary decisions in your life and surround yourself with revolutionary beings. right? And we define revolution at Tehuti Ma'at as healing, liberation, restoration, elevation, expansion, unity, strength, courage, prosperity, and joy. Ashe. So thank you. Power. See you tomorrow.